as we're on a moment of a pause, there's some stuff that we saw on that final episode, and this is WFSO reaction. Normally we get a quick reaction or something like that, but at this point, you're kind of lost for words.
I,
Like,
I think he blurred the lines of himself and his persona, and he became his persona.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just a wow, because yeah, we've seen the reports on TV and everything, but as we said, we never knew that they were actual. She actually had the text messages to,
Right.
back it up. We were led to believe by the media for a while, and that just shows that we're watching the wrong news outlet for it all.
Mm-hmm.
There had been text messages, but they weren't available. So seeing those was a wow.
Exactly. Like, some of the things we knew,
Right.
like
We knew about the one wrestler who actually killed herself, who had made allegations of rape against somebody when they were overseas. And yeah, thinking about it, her career and the storylines afterwards, she was humiliated a lot in those storylines afterwards. And it was, I don't know, it's just wow. It's just wow. I'm sorry.
and
I don't know what else to say. You have to watch it. You have. I mean, the good thing with this series is you don't have to watch every episode in order for it to make any sense. Let's be honest.
Exactly.
They broke it down really nicely. But wow. Just the fact that he refused to then finish off doing the interviews with the people who were making the series once those allegations came out. I don't know what else to say. Just wow. It's a sad end to what could have been a fabulous legacy that he left behind.
mm-hmm.
And now it's been tarnished by what he, did and everything. We saw on there that Triple H and Stephanie didn't want him to come back.
Right.
Which is probably a lot behind her resignation and everything. As you said, it would be nice to actually see her come back.
Sorry, y'all.
There was just a lot that we may have to come back and do another video on this later. Perhaps when Mike's finished watching it all.
Yeah, get his point of view.
Get his point of view, just so we can sit down, because there's a lot of stuff that I don't want to say I'm having a hard time processing. But that's the truth, actually. Tell a lie, yeah. I'm having a hard time processing some of it, because it's just so much information that's just like, wow.
Right. It's like, I know some people like thinking that they can't believe it, but
it's like, I can't believe it, but I believe it, if that makes sense. In the sense
right.
that, I can't believe that someone with his power and his legacy and everything would throw it all away for sex, but we've seen that so many times, that men in powerful positions throw away everything because they think they have the power to dominate people.
Right.
But it's just so sad that, his legacy isn't just going to be, okay, he ran this amazing network of businesses among WWE. I mean, let's be honest. Break it back down. Not only have we got WWE wrestling, we've got WWE films, you've got the merchandise, you've got the DVDs. I mean, everything that went with it. Funko Pops.
Yep. Y'all probably can see some of them up there too. Yep.
You got all of this And then his thing's gonna be, but Vince McMahon did yada 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 yada.
Exactly. So the employees, of course, they wasn't the wrestling talent. They were in the office employees.
Yeah.
They mainly were office
But
employees.
I'm saying with the one wrestler who killed herself.
Yeah, Ashley. Yeah.
Yeah. After what she went through when they were overseas, I think a lot of the fact that people didn't believe her that Vince did it. He made a mockery of her afterwards in the storylines and things he did.
And nobody would have never caught on to that.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's just so much. There's so much that it let you know, but it also opened the doors to so many unanswered questions.
Right.
Like, what's the update with the trial, with the case right now? What's going to be happening to the other people who are implicated? What's happened to the company in regards to the standings and everything? What is Shane and Stephanie's role within that company now? What is the standings in regards to Linda? Because they glossed over that completely.
Yes, they did.
As you said in the previous videos, what's Linda's thoughts and everything behind it all? I mean, there's a lot of what's. What happened? What's. There's a lot of what questions left. And it would be good to see if there's, I don't want to necessarily say a follow-up, but on him, but they could do with a documentary on WWE now in general about, and let Linda come out and have her say. Let Linda, tell her truth.
Mm-hmm.
The same with Shane and with Stephanie, and they were on there, all but briefly in my opinion. But there's a lot of what ifs. Right,
because you seen they interviewed some people, when the other accusations came up.
Right.
And I wish they would have done like a follow up, maybe maybe months before they released it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like sometime in June.
They could have done it before the summer when they were doing the editing and.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. The other thing I'm thinking in regards to this whole thing is, obviously they got hours and hours and hours and hours of interviews.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps they're going to see the popularity of this and release more. Because there's probably still a hell of a lot that could be edited into it. So we'll see. We will see. I'm going to go tell Mike that we're going to be doing another video when he's finished watching it all. And yeah.
Right. So the next video we will be doing, it will be live. We don't know when. It could be tonight or it could be tomorrow. Or it could be next weekend. But right now we don't know. I don't know what episode that Mike is on right now. But yeah, I think it's like it had to be, a WFSO crew discussion on this. And we would like to hear, everybody's feedback on that as well. So that's why I'm thinking it's a good idea when he finished, we straight up just going to go live. And just want to get everybody's reaction. So I can't guarantee, what time or anything like that that's going to, that's going to happen. I'm hoping it will be tonight. But like these episodes is like nearly an hour long. And the last two were like over an hour long. So yeah. This is really big. There's a lot of people like in the indie scene and other big names and stuff. I want to hear, what they think about this situation and get their like interview with the whole story. So it was like mainly what they showed in the beginning is like Shane returning and trying to give Vince approval. He did, but he still wasn't going to let go of the company. doing that Ric Flair routine, talk about I would never retire. Um, what they shown on here were the good moments of WWE, like with the crowds and stuff like that. Because there were at points where,
Wow.
yeah,
Mention a bit about what Vince said about freaking Undertaker
what about the
when he lost to Brock.
oh yeah, they was talking about that too. That Undertaker was in a concussion, and he said it on there, but the problem was Vince played it off as like it wasn't uncut or anything like that, or there was nothing wrong with him, something like that in the lines. So it's like you got some of these wrestlers like putting their bodies and stuff on the line, and it seems like Vince McMahon was downgrading the situation. So yeah, it's like it's like that's why we started like with a moment of silence and lost of not saying anything because this is ridiculous. And I hate to say it, but stories like Vince McMahon come out. I wouldn't be surprised if like more wrestlers, like certain indie wrestlers, indie promoters, be out in like allegations or anything like that with them. Because Wisconsin, there's some dirt here. There's some dirt that we're not going to reveal. Maybe like before our deathbed, but there's a lot of things like behind the scenes in certain. I'm not saying all of them, just saying certain ones. It was just dirty. It was just really dirty. And I think like story like Mr. McMahon, the docu-series, I think it's really going to exploit, some of these other people that got this, Mr. McMahon brutality of a promoter and the owner that is just bad. But it's like when the drama and all that stuff with owners trying to think they the big shots and they're really freaking not. They're not.
He's on episode 3.
Okay.
So he'll probably be done by like 11:30. So if I'm awake, we can do it. If not, we can do it at the hotel tomorrow.
Okay, I said we was going to do it live, like either if it's tonight or tomorrow.
Alright.
So yeah, either as you just heard, either tonight or tomorrow. It depends if she's up, because her birthday's tomorrow. She's turning the big 50. So we had to throw a little bit of positivity into this to talk about, Hazel's birthday. Yeah, turning 50. But just overall, and I was a big fan of Ashley. Like saw her in the I think that yeah, she was in the final was she's in the final? No. This was the '05 Diva Search, I believe. And the funny thing is, I admire her because she did have the passion for being in wrestling and stuff like that. And what I would like to, I think there's some people out there just like I never liked her. I thought she sucked. Blah 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 blah. But and y'all kind of know why it came to that point because of how she was mistreated after the incident. Even like a little bit before, we thought that she was going to go somewhere. But okay, she was one of the women I really wanted to meet. But ever since what happened in 2019, I won't get that chance and get to talk about her career and like she kind of started from the ground up. Like she didn't have limited experience in the ring and stuff like that, and she won the Diva Search, and you was hoping, you know, they work with her a little bit and see what she need to do and go from there. But then again, you have fans and all this crazy stuff. But it's just overall we're all speechless and with the stuff and like what a type of person that he's betraying himself to be, and I just hope like some people see this and like if they own like a wrestling business or just business in general, don't become that. Or don't become like some of these other indie promotions here in Wisconsin are as well. I said some of them, not all of them. But yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, we're gonna do a video tonight live or tomorrow. Depends on how it's going on. If it's tomorrow, it's gonna be sometime in the I will let y'all know. But if you like more content like this, please like, subscribe. Thank our sponsor, the Toy Dimension. Y'all say happy birthday to Hazel. It'll be her 50th tomorrow, so you know, put a text or whatever. You know, leave a comment. Also, the event on October 15th. Don't forget about that. Maddie'sMemory.com or .org. And WrestlingFansSpeakout.weebly.com. Sorry. Information about that is on our sponsor page, and look out upcoming events and things like that. But yeah, gotta go. Until next video, y'all have a good one.